Hello there. Just waiting till the video appears on YouTube so I can share some links and then we will get underway. Okay, almost done. There's one more link to go and post and we'll get this stream underway. I just like to be able to do a live stream where the people who are interested in watching can come and join in. Okay, there we go. I think we should be golden. All right, I'll try and look at the chat. Okay, let's get this show on the road. God, it's a Sunday. My brain's frazzled. I had a very late night. Hello, people of the Earth. Well, talk about screwing up intro. Greetings, people of Earth. It is I, Rabid. Once again, God, and I'm doing great today. So today, as you may have noticed from the thumbnail and the title description, something a bit different. It's not an unboxing video, it's an unbagging video. And we have a bag, and I better be careful because it's still got all my label addresses and stuff on it. So yes, I have from AliExpress ordered a motorcycle helmet. And you're thinking, but Rabid, normally when you get a delivery, you do the video right there and then. And yes, that is true. Normally, a second that my crap shows up in the mail, I come in here and I jump on and I do a live stream of it. With the stuff I order that I remember to do a live review of. Because there are sometimes I just buy things and it's like, set it up, can't be bothered doing a review. So here we are. Hopefully the audio is going to be fine. Well, I'm still having issues with my camera, getting mixed results with the brightness and stuff. I think doing all right today. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing it here on a Sunday afternoon is because the delivery was meant to arrive Thursday, or Friday at the latest. But we're coming to that time of year where Australia Post is heavily swamped. So that's a bit of advice for you now. If you have anything you need to order and get delivered before Christmas, now's the time to do it. Because Australia Post at this time of year, they just get swamped. And if you need a job, they're always looking for people, casuals at this time of year. Anyway, enough of advertising the government departments. Let's find out what's in the bag here. And talk a bit more about why I have bought this. Considering, as title, everything else describes, I do not own a motorcycle. I do not even own a bicycle. I do own a car. That's completely balked at the moment. That's a story for another day. But yeah, so I'm a little bit tired, frazzled. This is all, as usual, unplanned. I didn't expect to get this till at least Monday, but they're working their poor little posties overtime. So we've got Mr. Choppy Choppy here. And let's see if we can brute force our way into it, because that's literally all they do, this thing. And I'm so happy because I did order an extra large helmet. And I was kind of concerned because when I have ordered things, that's the only time I've ever had problems ordering things from sites like AliExpress. So I'll talk about the camera. I think I look a bit orange than I was to start with. Hopefully I've got none of that popping and crackling I've been getting on some of my live videos. I think I have resolved most of the technical issues I was having with my computer. But yeah, anyway. You hear a lot of dodgy stuff about certain Chinese sellers and stuff like that. And the thing is with like AliExpress, for example, I've heard people talk shit about them. But yeah, they can sell bad products. But it's kind of case if you know what you're doing, you won't buy a bad product. The only time I have had issues is when it comes to ordering things that have sizes, especially wearable things. And they have a bad habit of having a one-size-fits-all thing. Like I ordered this back brace strap thing. It was $6, so I was sort of like, yeah, I know what I'm getting into here. You know, no loss. There's a good chance that this thing's going to be jank, and it was. It was terrible. Poor quality material, stuff like that. But the thing was, I ordered an extra large one. And when it turned up, it was quite clearly a small that they had just slapped a extra large sticker on. So I was a bit worried when I ordered this, an extra large one, how it's going to turn out. But I've seen these helmets on AliExpress for a very long time. I've never had a problem with, as I said, buying them. The trick there is with any seller, whether it be Amazon, eBay, AliExpress. The trick is look at the reviews, look at the star ratings. If something sells, you know, at least 1,000 items and it has a 4-star rating, there's a good chance the products will be good. Sites like AliExpress and Amazon also have photo reviews. When you sort your reviews, click on the sort by photos option and you'll get people who post pictures of what they've ordered. So you can get a good idea. And I myself have never really been scammed, except for when it comes to sizes. You know, I've always got what I expected, except for things being too small. So yes, always read the other customer reviews. Also be wary of products that have 0 sales. Not so bad on a site like Amazon because of their guarantees and stuff. So I got the windows open here for some air, because as always, it's pretty damn hot here as we're coming into summer. So I'm a bit hot, sweaty. Yeah, wearing my casually house clothes. But yeah, these helmets, I've always been interested in them because AliExpress sells a lot of bloody helmets. And they're almost like a too good to be true price. Most of them start around about the $50. That's also the thing you got to watch out for. A lot of helmets and stuff, for example, or items like this, that have accessories like visors. You'll see a helmet pop up and it'll be like, wow, a motorcycle helmet, $6? But no, that'll be the visor. When you go to the page, you'll see, oh, it's not just the helmet, even though the helmet is the title and the image is the helmet. When you click that link, you'll see the only thing there for $6 is an accessory, not the actual item itself. The item will be much, much more. Bit clickbaity. But again, if you... Hello, oh man, I'm going to have to... Oh, blinded by the light. So it's a case of, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So do your research. It only takes two seconds. 2 seconds to go, this is dodgy, and if in doubt, don't order it. But with all these recent Black Friday sales and other American nonsense that seems to be taking over the world because we can't come up with our own things here in Australia especially, we've got to adopt everything the bloody Americans do. Seems the Chinese and other places are too. So this came up into Black Friday sales on AliExpress. It got here fairly quickly actually too, considering free postage. Where these normally cost $50, this cost me about $30. So I was like, oh, I need to jump on this opportunity. Now, the thing is, when I looked at these, they look like motorbike helmets, but looking at the photos and even the ones people have posted, you see some that look sort of more like real motorbike helmets, but you get other ones that look more like the linings and stuff in them are what you would find in a regular bike helmet. That they have the illusion of a real motorcycle helmet, but they're not. They have all dot ratings and things like that you'd expect with a motorcycle helmet, but those things are easy to fake. Anybody can go, oh, dot rated. So when I saw one for $30, I was like, too good to pass. But I didn't just buy it because I wasn't interested in how it looks. I didn't just buy it so I can do a review of it. I have a practical reason for buying it. But first of all, how about we get this crap off of it and see what I've actually got. You see, the packaging is very bare bones, excuse me. You know me, I trip over my words these days. And you saw a bubble wrap bag around a bit of foam wrapped around. So, hey, coming all the way to China, the package didn't seem damaged or anything, but so let's have a look at what we're going to get. Let's peel it back, like a banana, like an orange, whatever. Pick a fruit of your choice. So, yeah, that's like bag. Da, 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 da. Ooh, and I went with matte black. Initial impressions are, oops, I don't want to get to flippy floppy stuff here. Yeah, so I haven't seen it, but yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So you at the back here, the dot rating. Size, XL. So I've got an extra large, because I've got a big buffy head. I'm a 6'9" guy. Well, I used to be. Probably, I don't know how tall I am. I'm not 6'9" anymore, because you do shrink as you get older. And I guess we're going to take this off. I like to keep the protection on. I don't know. How are we going to get that off? Okay, I might have to remove the visor, I know, because as you can see, I got a nice shiny metallic visor. Now, part of the reason for that is I would like gold, but they're difficult to get gold. I've also got some I don't know if you've seen it before, but I've got a visor here that I've done for 3D scanning that's covered in painter's tape, so I can 3D scan it. But I also have some gold window tint, so I can make my own visors, hopefully gold. And we all know what I like that has a gold visor, and that is the Mark V Spartan armor from Halo Combat Evolved, and all the variations of it. It's really, they really changed the style. I like the original Combat Evolved armor because it makes Master Chief feel more tanky. It's less streamlined. It's more chunky. It makes him more look like a walking tank, especially when you consider that originally, before he got retconned, he was meant to be 8 foot tall. Master Chief is a giant of the man, and in a way he still is, because these days he's as tall as me, or as tall as I used to be. Don't think he shrinks with age like I do. So while I'd like to keep this protective crap on, let's get Mr. Choppy Choppy. Oh, I don't even have to get Mr. Choppy Choppy. It's just tearing apart. And there we go. It doesn't seem to be any damage. It seems to have got here in one piece. I don't know if that's specs or... Yeah. I'm quite impressed. It's in pretty good condition, and it looks quite good. But as you may have noticed, it's a flippy floppy front. Ta-da! Oh, and not only that, we got built-in sunnies. I can be like a fighter pilot. But yeah, it's all foam lining, and got a chin strap with a quick release on it. That may come in handy for my purposes. I think, well, I'm going to have to do 2 hands. But yeah, so you can easily, instead of threading things through like you used to do with helmets, you just flick that up, out it comes. Oh, there's a loose bit of string of God knows what. Spider web. It's probably plastic or something from manufacturing. And I believe all the lining and stuff can be removed. Yeah. So you've seen ones where if you look at the foam here, that's very sort of thin and I guess cheapish. But then you have that bit there that, you know, it looks like leather or whatever, but it's actually that same foam with just a bit, it's got, yeah, sort of crappy foam. Yeah, that's a bit hard. Like nothing, it's not much give before you can feel something hard under there. And that's the thing I'm thinking too, is it might look good, it might feel good. It does feel premium quality. It's got air vents and, you know, flip top lid with a nice shiny mirrored visor and stuff. But would you wear it riding a motorbike? Would you wear it doing 100? And you see so many people in AliExpress who bought these. 1 or 2 people have sort of, like said, they're not sure of how good of an impact it would take. Yeah, we've got a little thingy here, because that's what you're meant to do. Lock it into place, and then you've got that button under there, and you click. How do I know this when I've only unbagged it? Because, again, I do my research. I read up on this stuff, because as you see, it comes with no instructions. As you saw, I unbagged it, and this is the only one I've ever bought before. Although it being black makes it a little bit harder to see. So yeah, and as you can see, the old sunglasses fighter pilot visor goes up, just like a fighter pilot visor. So I guess the thing now is, how does it fit? Let's have a look. Okay, there's some netting in there that looks like it's not going under a bit. So it looks like, yeah, I've got to adjust the netting. So yeah, there's a bit of padding, if you pull it off, and you can see that netting's a bit rougher along the edge. It's not like a seam or anything. But that's easy fixed, and it's, yeah, polystyrene like you'd expect in most helmets. That'd be motorcycle helmets. My main issue would be padding, but again, I could probably get some decent, legit motorcycle padding, and, you know, for a helmet, like a brand name helmet similar to this, and use that to line it or make my own. But let's have a look-see on how it fits. There we go. Do I look like I come from the future? Do I look like in the future there will be robots? Alright, number one I'm going to notice is... my chin goes below that a bit. Maybe once I drop the visor down. Okay, well it fits my head. I'm in here. But as you can see... oh, chinny wing sticking out a bit. That's interesting. Maybe I can move it forward a bit, but that feels a bit... Now my chin's hitting against there. So this is going to be interesting. Obviously, I can't see at the corner of my eye, so hopefully you can hear me okay through this, because it's certainly bouncing the sound back into my ears. It sounds like I'm in a small echo chamber. The air vents up the front here. And my head is already feeling a bit warm. But, yeah, I plan on fixing that. So let's drop. Okay, I should have checked a few things out, but first let's go like that. Hello, welcome from the future. That's a bit of a worry when you can stick your tongue out the bottom of the thing. Oh dear. Yeah, it feels like I should put it like that, but then my chin. Hang on. When I tilt it forward, and it sort of covers my chin, this bit here presses right up against my chin, so that could be a concern. But it sort of looks like it's sitting there like it should be. I think if it was like this, it wouldn't be so bad down here, but being a full-face helmet. So, might have to get Gizmo or somebody with a smaller head than mine to put it on and see how it covers their face. But this is meant to be an extra large. And small, medium, extra large. So if this is an actual extra large, and they haven't just done what I was saying before about just whacking a sticker on it, having a one size thing. Anyway, I guess it would be for me to order a small helmet, which I'm not going to do because I'm back to $50 or whatever and more. Maybe when it comes on sale and I want to do what I'm planning with this for somebody else, I might consider it, and we'll do a comparison video if that ever happens, but I doubt it. But it looks good. That sounds very plasticky, even though it looks premium. But once you start doing things like tap tests and stuff, it starts becoming, sort of very cheap, cheapy. And I've already got tons of fingerprints are starting to show up on it. I think the video camera can capture those. Yeah, that's just from handling it for 2 seconds. So that's something to be aware of. But I wanted matte black because obviously a gloss finish would be even more fingerprinty. But yeah, it's kind of hard because it's like that is very solid, but it also doesn't sound solid when you tap it. And unfortunately, I'm not about to go throw myself out into traffic with it on to see if it stops my head from being crushed under a wheel. Like a kitty cat. Sorry, that's a personal joke for somebody out there watching. If you see this, you'll get it. They're only one and only person in the world that will get that joke. Okay, there are levers and things here. Oh, yeah, there we go. The old fighter pilot helmet. Visor. There we go. You've got a lever here on the side. That slides up and down. That's good. So you can basically put the sunnies on if you're wearing it, riding down the road on your little moped in some little third world Asian country. Because that's the thing you see with a lot of these videos, reviews, is a lot of people online doing these reviews on AliExpress and stuff. You'll notice a pattern of the people that are, oh my God, it is so amazing. And you'll notice a pattern in the countries they come from, where, like in Australia, I don't know if a store in Australia could sell this directly, because I don't know if it would pass Australian standards and quality tests. And as we know in the world, we've got a reputation as being a nanny state because of our standards and consumer protections and things like that. And the government can get a bit carried away with it, because look at how long it took us to get an R rating on classification for video games. And since then, how many R-rated video games have we seen? So that really worked out well. Again, it's getting it in your... So it depends on the size and the shape of your head too. If I was going to role play a security guard or something, that could work. Okay, yeah. Let's... where's the slidey thing? There it is. Lower the force fields. There we go. Hello, I am Rabid Man from the future. Okay, so that goes close to the nose. Let's go. I'm going to leave the sticker on for now. All the protective stuff. Oops. Okay. I feel like I am a transformer. And this, wow, that's dark. So let us... Okay, so here's the thing too. Okay, so here's the thing. That is slightly tinted. Not heavily tinted, even despite how dark it looks. And it's sort of like, to give you an idea here, let's mark where it covers my eyes. So most of that visor, that sun glass visor thing, it just covers my eyes. Most of it covers my forehead. And again, your mileage may vary. If you've got a smaller head, maybe it'll go down further. But I wouldn't want to go down much further, because if it did, it would probably cut into my nose. But I think it does the job. However, when you've got these sunglasses down there tinted, well, guess what? It's not the only thing that's tinted. That visor is also tinted, and it's like a purplish sort of tint, because, as you can see, it's got a mirror tint on it, and very rarely do you get those that are clear from the side you're looking at. There's always a tint. So it's also something you've got to keep in mind. So you've got the visor, it's dark. Wait, let's do this there. Okay, so you got your visor, it's dark, a bit pinky purpley looking. I can't really show through the camera, or maybe I can. But yeah, it's dark, and then you bring down those sunglasses, and like now, it is really dark. And so I probably wouldn't recommend wearing this at night, because yeah, this visor is purple, but of a sort of pinkish hue. But with those two combined, whoo, I really need to go outside on a bright sunny day. It's quite sunny outside, even though it's overcast and humid and hot, to see just how it is. But I've got like my ring light there. I've got my very light curtain, because you see this curtain here. I've got to get some new ones, because that used to be a sun blocking curtain. As you can see, you can now see light through it. It's a bit of getting on the old side of things. I'm guessing the sun blocking stuff doesn't work as good as it used to. So time for new curtains. But these ones here, these curtains were never sun blocking, and that was the reason I got them, was to allow natural light in. But as you can see on my reflections, ring light up here, or should I say, ring light in the reflection. You can see the ring light there, yeah, reflecting the visor. And wow, man, this is getting hot. It's got ventilation, so maybe when you're riding, it'll be better with having some airflow. Oh no, I thought that was a vent. Okay, I found a feature, because I was going to say, I thought this had an air vent on it. Well, it does. It transforms. See, you slide it back, bam, air vents. Which is good, because you're going to need it, because, like I said, my head is hot. My hair is wet from sweat. But I guess when you're going through the riding along, the air comes through the top there and helps cool, and it should be ejected out the back here somewhere. Yeah, there's some vent holes on this side and that side. And ventilation is going to be very important with this, because even though I don't have a motorbike, the plan is to wear it, and wear it for nearly all day long, depending on circumstances. Because the reason I bought this, we've also got air vents here at the front as well. But yeah, we'll have to see, because I don't know what the ventilation is like. Yeah, I guess that the front air vents that comes, see that red tab there locks it into place. There's sort of gaps around that, so I guess the air comes in through the front and out those sides. But yeah, you definitely want to be so it pushes the air through it. Or, like I plan to do, you want to install little fans in it. Little fan to blow across the visor so it doesn't fog up. And a little fan at the back, which will probably require me to do some modification to draw air out, so it'll draw it through the front and pull it across my face and out the back. And hopefully that will give me cooling, because I'm not going to be on a motorbike doing 100 kilometers an hour or even 30 kilometers an hour. Because what I'm going to plan to do with this, and it looks like some help, thankfully, it looks like these parts here I can actually pull out and stuff. So we can do that without damaging the helmet, and I might even do that with this top vent here. Because the goal is, you might have seen, I haven't been updating it because I haven't been working on it, that I did a video where I showed off me 3D printing and planning to do parts for a Mark V Halo cosplay armor. Yeah, my words. Everything's up there. It just sometimes these days it gets a bit challenging to get about here. So yeah, the thought was, because even with my large printer, I still have to print my helmet in separate pieces. I can't print it in one go. It would be great if I could. If I did a Stormtrooper helmet or a Mandalorian / Boba Fett helmet, something like that, not a problem. My 3D printer, do it in one shot. But the Master Chief's helmets are about as big as a motorcycle helmet. They've got a visor like a motorcycle helmet. But then they've also got the peak that comes out, because this is a visor, but that's also a visor. It's like the visor or peak on a cap, but he's got the 2 blades on the Mark V ones. And so the bits and pieces on it, it gets a little bit too big to go on the 3D printer. But also the problem is it should go down past my chin. So one way of dealing with that is I might be able to rip out, because look, I'm not using it to ride a motorbike, so I don't need as thick styrofoam in there. So one option is I pull all the styrofoam and lining out, keep the foam lining, and then put in my own thinner lining and padding in the helmet to give me more space in there. Because if I'm going to use this for a helmet, a cosplay helmet, Master Chief helmet, well, the plan is adding lights on the side that I have. So I've got to do a hell of a lot of modifications. I will probably remove that lever and remove the sunglasses from inside. So that I can put those lights on there. And then I want to modify it so it looks proper, but yeah, instead of me having to take the helmet off if I'm at a cosplay because I need a drink or something, also want to put a camel pack, basically those backpacks that walkers or hikers and stuff wear that filled up with water, and then feed up a line into here so I can have a straw in the corner of my mouth that I can suck on and stay hydrated without having to take this off. Or the other thing that appeals about this is, I want it to be so I can flip it up and expose my face when I need to. So, which is something that the Halo helmets don't do because they're one piece, one solid piece, like a traditional full face helmet. But if need be, I may... when it sits there like that, it looks proper. It's just, like I said, my chin. But I've also noticed that with the Halo helmets like the Mark V, that if you actually take an actual game... Oh, that wasn't even clicked in. But I have noticed that if you take the actual models from the game and you look at them, they're sort of cut off here and you can't see the chin, but you can see where his chin would stick down. So I'd probably have to have some sort of wetsuit material or like a balaclava. You need like a neck covering that comes up and can go up over your chin or stuff. Or put some rubber in the bottom of this that stretches down. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can work with that. But the goal is, instead of printing a whole helmet, I can print parts and stick them on. I can print the holders for the flashlights on the side and make it modifications to this where I can mount them so I can screw them on, screw them off, feed cables through. That's probably another thing that I think with this. I've also got, I've got a few pair of Bluetooth speakers, headphones, that have slowly been dying. Here's my patch-up job. I'm still using those at the moment, but I got like literal 3 pairs of these. They're great. The sound quality and everything that's on them is great. But they always end up snapping like that. And then I've still got them because I'm going to try and 3D print something and fix this one up. But I've got 2 more pairs in the cupboard. And what I want to do is I want to break these down to their components and insert them into the helmet. And so the goal is if I 3D print one, and the 3D printed one's probably going to be larger than this if I do it. But yeah, have the headphones here, so, I can talk on the phone, I can play music as I walk around, and even seeing if there's ways I can bypass, not bypass, input other audio to it, because, it depends on how it hears. I don't know what sound and stuff is like, how well I can hear. I can hear the ceiling fan up there pretty easy, so I don't think I'm going to need to worry too much, but once I've got those speakers in, I guess, headphones, because look, there's going to be a lot of empty space in there with that padding. Once I pull them apart, probably like tiny little speakers that'll fit in there just nicely without being pressed against my ear. But yeah, so this is why I have ordered a helmet from AliExpress, and this is what you get. And you can see oars, you can see what it looks like. They come in different different colours. Some of them have slightly different shapes and things to them, but you also, depending on colours, depending on the style, it costs more or less. Wow, man, that's really hard to see, isn't it? this lighting. Because, oh yes, even though I've got the ring light on, the sun is deciding to go hiding now. So one way to fix that is to open up a, there we go, open up a notepad on my computer. Hey, there you go, you can see me. Yeah, open up a plain white notepad document on the computer, and that helps with the lighting. I really need to look at getting a newer webcam. I like this one, but yeah, just keep having problems with. I'll fire it up and everything, all the lighting's blowing out, and I have to get into the config and adjust it, and then you have it adjusted, but then the lighting gets a bit duller and it doesn't compensate for it properly, which is really annoying because it is a really good camera, considering it's like, yeah, it's El Cheapo. Oh, here we go. We got more Transformer stuff. Bing. That vent opens and closes too. I guess if you want to be hot and don't want to eat bugs, you go, doink, close that. But I like that because it's more mounting, because I want to have things like actual air filters in here. Like I've got a respirator and put some respirator cartridges in here, because the Mark V has those vents on the front, and I sort of want to make it semi-functional, like, you know, the working lights. I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be awesome if you could go put a heads-up display in it. You know, just something like you see in smart glasses now, even if it's just something that gives you a bit of information. I guess the way I'm going to get around that is because I do want to put some, like, I've got a fairly modern but no longer used phone, a Vivo Y12 that Gizmo. She upgraded to a better Samsung recently. And so I've got her old phone, and that's going to be incorporated into the suit. Going to basically be its computer, its navigation, so on and so forth. I don't even have to put a SIM card in. I'll just tether it to my phone. I should be able to take phone calls while this thing's on and while I'm suited up. This project's taking a lot longer than I'm expecting, but hey, look at that Shoots the Shit with Rabid video, where I talk about what's going on in life and why things have not been coming out as fast as or getting done as fast as I would like them to be. But yeah, problem for another day, discussion for another day, or a discussion that I've already had. Anybody from my personal life that sees this, yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be doing a live stream on Facebook later for my nearest and dearest. So yeah, there we go. $30 Chinese helmet, and I'm going to say for $30, pretty good, especially considering that I'm just using it for cosplay. Like I said, motorcycle helmet, riding on the road, don't know. I'd have to get one of these and hit it with a baseball bat, or actually drive the car over it or something to see how well it would protect your head. But you know what? For cosplay or security purposes, I think it would do an adequate job. I think, you know, you got that on. It's not going to hurt if somebody punches you in the head. And it almost fits what I'm looking for in a helmet. It's got that whole, if you go look at the Halo Combat Evolved imagery, he's got a big ass visor. It's probably more curved than that, but that comes close. The only thing maybe is the visor on the Mark V probably comes back further. But again, for $30, I don't care if I got to break out the Dremel and cut and modify things. You know, it's going to be a bit of fiberglassing, because, yeah, and I'm going to mount the peaks. I'm going to put the cap on to try and get the right shape. I'll have to cut in, and that's where the air vent at the back, it won't look like an air vent. It will look like the slot that the AI chips that the Spartans have go into, where you'd plug in your Cortana. And yeah, the shape, the size and everything of it looks pretty good. But I think, yeah, if I printed mine up, it would actually be slightly bigger than this. I will have way more room in there, and my visor would go back a bit further. But that requires a lot of work, or it requires me finding somebody and paying them and commissioning them to do the 3D modeling work for me, because that's going to be a thing that slows me right down. Is I can do the 3D modeling work. I am doing the 3D modeling work, but whereas I can do it, it's slow as hell. So it would be quicker, hence why I'm doing something like this, because, yeah, printing up, scanning this, and here's the great thing. Oops. Don't worry, just vitamin tablets. The old Xbox 360 Connect. I printed a handle for it, and this is a quite surprisingly effective 3D scanner. And I think it would be great for scanning a basic shaped helmet like this, where there's not a hell of a lot of detail, where you just need the basic curvature and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if there's little gaps or slight differences when I do the model, because I can sand it down, I can fill it with epoxy or fiberglass, and get the same results. It'll just be, I reckon it's going to be like that, because obviously once those visor bits are here, unless I can put something, do a trick where there's like slots where that can slide up under there, but I doubt it. I think that's how it's going to be locked into place. But then again, that's good, because so then I can cut these off, give that extra side view. Oh, what is the side view like? Yeah, that's something we should look at. How well can I look out the... Yep. So definitely got full field of vision, which is what I want. I want nothing blocking it. So, you don't have people blindsided. You don't turn and bump into people. I've got my full range of vision. So when I look out the side, I can see the edge there but it's basically where... There, if I, the old test where you move your hands back, all right, about there, I stop seeing my hands on both sides. Yep. Not that, well, let's see if we can do it like this way. So about there, I stop seeing it. And as you can see, that's actually beyond the edge of the helmet. So, field of vision is quite good. But again, the second I put it on, I'm getting hot. Thermals on this are not good. And it really hugs my head. But I think, me being a tall guy, I do have an elongated head like a lot of us tall guys do. It's going to be interesting to see, the chin issue, because I'm, not... And I've already got the old double chin, that's from, looking down. Always looking down at short people. All right, so that's that. An impromptu surprise... stream, an unbox or unbag, on a Sunday. Don't know if you find it entertaining or interesting, but it gave me something to do. Cured my boredom. Now it's back to being bored. Nah, just kidding. I've got plenty of things I've got to do. Anyway, if you watched this and enjoyed it, thank you very much. I hope you get something out of it, if only entertainment value. Maybe you've been looking at these sort of helmets and you've wondered the same things that I have. Maybe you've thought the same thing about, because it's not just the halo. You could probably do a lot of sort of sci-fi cosplay with something like this. And hey, only $30. You don't got to model anything. You don't got to 3D print anything. And again, it would be so easy to just glue things onto this, give it a coat of paint, and bam, you're done. Quite effective. So... a bit of out of the factory smell, but it's not too bad. A lot of these things, you might sometimes get them in really that acidic, plastic, chemical smell to it. But, I should comment, that's not too bad as well. But I'm so glad that hopefully the lining's not going to be too hard to remove, because I'm definitely going to need to wash that on a regular basis if I do this. But the current goal is, because the previous goal's gone, is I want to be at the Central Queensland Capricorn Pop Culture Expo next year. So I've got till August to try and get something done with my cosplay, and maybe if not, I might try something different, because I've never cosplayed before. I've always wanted to do it. But being a big guy too comes with its challenges. But something like this. But hopefully I'll be having stuff done that I can show you where, because the plan is, like I said, I'm getting hot. So I'm going to have a lot of cooling built into this entire suit. There's going to be a whole bunch of electronics built into this suit, mostly relating to fans and stuff like that. It's going to be air cooled to begin with, where it needs to be, but I do have a plan to water cool the whole suit. So even if it's a hot day, you're not just having hot air being sucked into the suit and circulated. I want to actually, like a PC computer, radiators in it with fans and stuff, and see if we can liquid cool it. And again, have two of those camel packs. One camel pack filled with water so that I can drink and stay hydrated. Because as we've seen, I'm probably not going to be able to make it so it flips up like this, unless I do some heavy modification. And the other one is basically to be the reservoir for a water cooling system. But that's getting a little bit complicated, and that'll be something that gets done once the main suit finally gets done and I've got something to show. A project for the future. But that's my goal. And I'll say now, good chance I won't make that goal. It depends on how things go. If I can, find a cheap modeler, that'll probably make life much easier. I mean, hey, hit me up. Link to the Discords down below. If you're a 3D modeler or you know somebody who's a 3D modeler who is reasonably priced, because I'm telling you now, I'm not paying fucking $1,000 to get a few modifications done to a model, because I already have existing models that just need to be cleaned up and worked on a little bit for 3D to be transferred to 3D printing. You don't got to model anything from scratch, or I don't got to model anything from scratch. I did have somebody actually hit me up on Reddit saying, "Hey, I noticed you," because I post them on my 3D printing stuff to Reddit. And yeah, they inboxed me saying, "Oh, what's your next project? You know, do you need anybody modeling and stuff?" So I've inboxed them because I didn't respond for a while, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. And I basically said, "Right, sell yourself to me. You know, show me your service portfolio. Give me prices." But yeah, we better wrap it up there because I only meant to go 30 minutes and we're already over 40, I believe. And I was wrapping it up. So we'll wrap it up now. Okie dokie. I'm going to say $30. That's pretty good. Even 50 maybe. Because you're not going to get anything Australia or brand for that cheap. Most brand name motorcycle helmets that you know are properly certified, good quality, you ain't getting one of them for under $150 at least. You know, a good motorcycle helmet ain't cheap. But yeah, I would seriously consider, because yeah, there's even some edges that are a bit sharp, like along there, that bit there. But hey, I guess if you wanted to fool the local law, or your country has a bit less lax laws and safety requirements than Australia, then maybe this is what you need. I mean, I see some of the countries that people will buy something like this as a legit motorcycle helmet, and it's basically, look, the way their traffic system is, if you wipe out a helmet, even a good helmet's not going to save you, you're dead, because their traffic's so heavy and chaotic. I mean, but like I said, go to AliExpress, look at the reviews, and a lot of the people from the countries and the photos and stuff they show about, like, oh, awesome helmet. You know, because they're actually wearing them as motorcycle helmets. But again, some of those people have expressed that, yeah, they're not sure about using it as an actual helmet, motorcycle helmet. I mean, we can do that. Maybe I can one day order another one, and as I said, give it the old impact test, because obviously I don't want to damage this one because it's the only one I got, and I need it. And again, I'm wrapping things up, but I'm getting carried away. I'm going off on a tangent. But that's me. That's me. So again, thank you very much for watching. Hey, like and subscribe, because as you can see, you know, aren't I great? I go from months without any content to just pumping it out. You'll see I've been doing a lot of videos. I think last week I've done at least 5. 2 VR ones or 3 VR ones, and 2 AI music generated, 2 AI generated song ones as well. Basically, yeah, I enter the lyrics, modify them, let some software make the songs for me. It's pretty cool. I think it is. And you'll be amazed, though. You'll think, oh, wow, that's great. But nah, it took a fair bit of work still to get those songs made. And a lot of modification of the lyrics and things like that to get it to sing them the way I want to do. And I basically had to make 10 different versions of the song until I got one that I liked, which I felt comfortable uploading with. Now, the Rabid is Unbreakable song that I made. That was a case of, I did that one in 2 seconds, and I was lucky. The first result that came out was basically what you've got. But the Far Cry 3 Definition of Insanity song, that took quite a few attempts to get it where that is. I was having issues with, first few sentences not even being legible. They were garbled or didn't exist. The AI adding in extra words and stuff that weren't there, or it just straight out adding music and making it sound like a spoken word song, where those songs where the people just talk through it like this. It doesn't matter if it rhymes. I am just talking something Rick Grimes. I don't know. Even then, it didn't. Yeah. It just sounded like somebody doing spoken word poetry or something like that, or reading a letter with music behind them. But yeah, would you like to see more content like that? I want to show you what you want to see, but I'm not psychic, contrary to what every girlfriend I've ever had has ever thought. You gotta speak. You need to get in the comments. You need to tell me what content I make you like to see, what content you would like me to make. What do you, the viewer, want to see? Because as much as I like doing this my own way, I want stuff that interests you as much as it interests me. And if I can do it, I will happily do it. But yes, I'm going, as you can see, I'm making an effort to get more regular. I'm making an effort to put a bit more sort of effort into my content again. And yeah, I've got a few projects coming up that, yeah, I'm amazed. Not yeah, sort of stuff that's not, well, with VR, where I want to focus on, because a lot of people think, oh, VR, quests, vibes, this and that. Steam VR, gaming. But I want to show all the things that people might not think about with VR, what you can do. Basically, I've got a plan to show you how to make a monitor-free computer. So that should be coming up soon, and some other crazy stuff using VR and other technology that's out there. And it's sort of stuff that I've already shared things in other places, not in great detail, but some of the things that I'm doing, brief descriptions of them, and the feedback has been people are like, holy crap, I never thought in a million years to do that with my Quest or any VR helmet. Holy shit, somebody needs to make videos about this and sort of like let them know. Well, no, because despite how well selling the Quest 3 and stuff is, it's still a very niche thing. This is why we are not getting these AAA Half-Life Alyx kind of games, or we only get one pop up once in a while, because they got to make quick, cheap games because the market is still not big enough. It's not there to Steam levels. It's not to Epic Games levels. It's not even up to good old games, GOG levels, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I want to look at things too, like, hey, it looks goofy and stuff, but I want to go for a walk in it. I want to go see what I can do out in the world with it, and I don't care. I mean, I went to a doctor's appointment. I've been to a couple of doctor's appointments, and I've ended up sitting there waiting for 2 goddamn hours, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Well, you know what? I'm the sort of person that don't care about standing up in a waiting room with that thing on my head and be sitting there going, listen, people going, what the hell is that guy doing? And it's like, oh, don't worry, mate. I'm just playing pool while I wait for the doctors. Got to find something to kill the 2 hours wait time. Hello, doctors of the world. If anybody who watches this is a doctor, if you expect your patients to turn up 10 minutes early to an appointment, and if they're not there on time, you can cancel the appointment, penalise them, or even bill them. Well, you shouldn't be making your patients wait an hour or 2 hours or more. Not even, you shouldn't even have to wait 20 minutes. That's the whole point to setting appointment times. Okay? And it should be a two-way thing. If you can't handle your patient load, stop overbooking. And this goes to everybody, because we've also, tradies, things like that. You give these vague times. And like the other day, me and Gizmo were home all day. She was home to be here when I had to go up and get my teeth done some work on the falsies, because you can see I'm not wearing. And between the two of us, we were home all day, and the pricks never turned up. And instead of getting a time like, we'll be there at 10, we'll be there at 9, you get, we will be there between 9 and 4. And that's, to me, isn't acceptable. Why can't we do these same things to these businesses and such that they do to us? Why can't we set the terms of the contract or the agreement and stuff like, okay, Mr. Doctor, if I wait for 2 hours, I'm going to cancel the appointment, and you can pay me for wasting my time, the same as you expect your patients to pay you for being 10 minutes late. If I got to pay you or anybody else, thankfully no doctors have billed me, but I have heard doctors say that sort of stuff. The receptionists go, oh, if you don't turn up or cancel your appointment in advance, we will still bill you and cancel the appointment. Well, it's like, well, good. What's good for the goose, what's good for the gander? I've never been a fan of these rules for me. But again, I'm going off on a rant. I'm going off on a tangent. And that's not what we want. It's a Sunday. We want to end this video. So anyway, again, thank you for liking. Like, subscribe. Join the bloody Discord. I really want to build up the Discord community again. And come join us in the freaks. Might as well keep going. There we go, 50-minute mark. Okay, thank you very much for watching again for the billionth time. Catch me on the next video. Hopefully I'll show you something interesting and soon. But yeah, got a lot going on in life, so that always comes first, IRL. But I will keep doing the content because, yeah, my goal is to get it back to where the channel was before I cracked the, spat the dummy over YouTube not paying me when I started making money. And I'm like, screw that. Let's get back to making good quality content. Let's get the views and subscribers and stuff back up. And who knows? Maybe we can get a few bucks in my pocket and that will allow me to do a lot more stuff. Because we're basically limited to, I'm only buying stuff that I'm using and need. I'm not just going to buy crap to review it just for views. Hey. Like a lot of YouTubers do. You're not going to find e-waste with me because I see these YouTubers and it's like, you just know half the crap that they've got, that they review, go straight into the bin, especially when they're buying all this crap and junk off sites like Temu and Wish.com. I mean, look at that old channel, what was it called? Hot or Not. Started off as Matthias and stuff, and that's all completely changed, but they used to buy shitloads of junk, and they quite literally, as they reviewed it, had a wheelie bin there. Just like, bin, bin, bin. Ha ha ha, look at this thing we bought. Bin. Want to know why you got a garbage island floating out there? YouTube channels like that. Anyway, I'm not here to create YouTube dramas. Hey, anybody wants to create a YouTube drama with me, come at me, bro. I'll goddamn wreck anybody who thinks that they can bring me down. Nah. Anyway, again, let's end it there. Enjoy your Sunday or whatever day, night, time of the world it is, wherever you are watching this from. And I will, again, catch you on the next video. I'm really ending it now. I'm hovering over the end stream button. I'm doing it. See you.